a lot of you are familiar with Invicta, but also some of you might not be familiar with Invicta. So just real quick recap about the brand is that it's been around since 1837. It's all about creating exceptional watches at affordable prices. And tonight I'll be showing 4 different watches, 2 watches for the women and also then 2 watches for the guys. So let's see, I'll just go through a couple housekeeping items. Looks like we have some people already jumping on. Let me just look really quick here. Duke of Sass, thank you. Godfather is here. Rick and Lisa. Felix is here. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Invicta Claus, Anthony is also AKA. So appreciate you guys being here and being a part of the live stream. So let me just go over a couple quick items here because I do have a coupon code, and that coupon code for you tonight is FEBWED for Wednesday, February Wednesday 20. Feb, F-E-B-W-E-D for Wednesday 20, and that will save you 20% off any watch order, but you have to have a $99 or above order within your purchase, and that goes through the end of the month. Also have another coupon code on my social media immediately after this live stream. So I think that's about it. There's also some new arrivals from Invicta. There have been more and more Invicta watches going up on the website there at Shop HQ. So check those out. I'm only showing 4 of hundreds and hundreds of different options that are available for you. So go ahead and do that. And it believes, let's see, over 85% off. Using the code NEW15, 52 millimeter case sizes, big deals. So you get an extra 15% off select new arrivals with the code NEW15, NEW15. So we'll start off here with the show. Let's see if anybody else jumped in. Harry is actually behind the scenes here tonight. So if you'd like, just do a quick little say hi to Harry. He's always behind the scenes making me look good. All I have to do is just sit here and talk about watches and enjoy you guys, but he's the one who sets everything up and is working behind the scenes all the time. So thank you so much, Harry. All right, I think Bob is here too. So, all right, well, we're going to kick off the first watch tonight. Let me just scroll up here for a quick second. Okay, so we're going with the women, the ladies, and this is going to be an angel timepiece, and there are 4 different color choices that go along with this. So basically, it's a take off of the Pro Diver Scuba, but it's being considered as the Angel collection with Invicta. But this design here is really the top design for Invicta in terms of case designs out there and the quantity. So sorry, I have a little smudge on. Might polish that off there for you. So we're looking at a 40 millimeter, technically Pro Diver Scuba, but we're calling it the Angel here. So the regular price for this watch is $695. And the price, Shop HQ brought it down to $94.99. That's 86% off. Now you can't use the coupon code just on this one watch. You need to add something else to your order. So you can add, and there'll be a couple other watches here that are under that $100 mark also. I think 3 of the 4 are under that $99 mark. So here we go. Excuse me. So what we have here is that 40 millimeter by about 15 millimeters in the overall profile. And oh, I forgot to say how many different color options there are. There are 4. Now this is, we have the white silver, the white gold, the black silver, and the black gold. I believe I have the black gold. We're going by strap and then case color. But look at on the inside. Yeah, that's right. Invicta Claus, another great Valentine's gift idea. I believe my sweetheart, she would like this watch herself. And what I like about this timepiece are a couple different things. I mean, first of all, the dial on this particular version, I can't say it's for all 4 different options. This one's actually mother of pearl. It might not look like it, might look like an alloy dial, but once I get close, you can see a little bit of the orients here. There you go, as I just move it up towards that light ring that you see. You know what? Actually, here we go. Now you can see it even clearer. I still have it on the plastic piece. So here you can see it even clearer there. And check it out too, because we have the individual hour markers in Arabic numerals, but they're all a bunch of different colors. But then if you look right on the perimeter on the rehat, every 5-minute marker is also done in different colors. Here's yellow for the 25 marker, orange for 30. You can see over here for 35, 40, and such. And then even on the inside here for the inside of the timepiece here with the chronograph. So that's pretty cool. All those great different colors. This is all done on a silicone strap, custom strap that's been completely molded for this watch. Just fits in absolutely perfect. There's no gap or anything with the timepiece. There are 2 floating keepers. So when you have the watch on the wrist, and now some guys want to wear this watch too, totally fine. I have 40mm timepieces also. And look at this. That's what those keepers do right here. And you can adjust them just perfectly so everything will so that extra strap will not go out anywhere. Let's see what else. Oh, here, this is what I was going to tell you about the strap, because it says custom strap. And what you see here are these little metal elements that are in. There are actually 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, both on the buckle and the tail end of the strap. And so they're all held in, and look at this, by these different pins, these screws, and they're even plated in that 18 karat gold. Now, the reason why a little bit of the curve, it's just not straight across, is it actually represents the waves of the ocean. And that's what that Pro Diver collection is really all about. Has that nautical theme that's all associated. If you look at the back of the strap, it's going to have right here, Invicta molded in onto the strap there. And I believe I wrote it down. The wrist sizes, the watch will fit anywhere from 6 inches up to about 8 3/4 of an inch of a wrist. So yeah, this will fit a number of different wrists. Here's the case back that you can see. It says Angel, the case number, and everything else on it. The crystal on this watch is actually that flame fusion crystal. So you're going to get both that mineral crystal and that sapphire crystal. So you have the scratch resistance along with the hardness from both that sapphire and that mineral crystal. So yeah, I see Felix just said hi to Harry. And you have the function pushers just right over here to operate the chronograph, which is seconds for the chronograph, the minutes for the chronograph, and you have your 24-hour scale here, which is like your AM, PM indicator for the watch. I'll just place the watch on my wrist because I have about a 6 3/4 inch wrist size. And just to put that in perspective. So now if you did add something else onto this watch, let me just look at the price. So $94.99, like I said, doesn't quite meet it, but $95, you would save about $19 if you had another watch on. You added that coupon code, that Feb. Let me just double check. It is Feb 13, I think. Let me double check. I have to go back to a different page. FebWed 20. So here's that watch on my wrist. I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist, and look at plenty of extra strap for those that have a little bit larger wrists. I am on the third or fourth notch in, so maybe even down to about 5 3/4 of an inch could actually fit with this watch. I think it's great. And it's fun, it's colorful. There are other different options on the website. If you click right at the top of your screen there and check it out, or if there's a link that you're watching on Facebook too. Speaking of that, social media, give Shop HQ a follow, and that is on Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, and also sign up for everything that they have going along. Shop HQ doesn't only have watches. I know most of you buy watches, but they also have other things. Was it Margie Cummingford came back too? So she's got a lot of great products. She used to be at the network for a number of years. Actually, she started way before I did in 2006. And you can see Tiffany style lighting, and you can find Waterford crystal. There's bedding. There's skin cream for the ladies out there too, or the guys if you want. So there's a lot of different things on Shop HQ's website. So be sure. Speaking of that, give me a follow. You guys gave me some follows last week during the show, and that's Invicta Ryan on Facebook. And also on Instagram, it is the Ryan Code, the.ryan.code. Give me a follow. I'd love to be able to see that. So Daria says, beautiful watch there. Thank you so much. And Harry did also post that FebWed 20 for February, Wednesday 20. FebWed 20 to save 20% off. That coupon is good. And good till the end of the month. Felix says, I'll buy that watch, my future woman. All right. Yeah, go for it, Felix. Should be a lucky lady. Let's see, anybody else? That black and gold looks sweet. Yeah, I agree. Rick and Lisa. Hot Mother of Pearl says Invicta Claws. All right, well, we're going to move on to the next watch here. It's going to be the second watch for the ladies tonight. The other two watches could be worn by women too. So this one is going to be just a 40 millimeter. And this one, just double check one thing. I think this one's 38. Yeah, 38 millimeter Angel. Now I presented this watch many times from Invicta. In fact, it's one of the first watches I actually gifted somebody at the network, a visual there. Her name is Ashley, and she was just going above and beyond all the time. When I first started working, they were always on her game, and the visuals were always the ones that helped us out quite a bit and made us look really good on air. And so I bought her one of these watches even way back then. She was very appreciative of receiving that watch. And so here we go. We have a 38 millimeter here for this Angel. Quartz crystal. All you have is a 3-hand movement on the inside. We'll get into some of the specifics here in just a moment. But the regular price is $495 for this watch, and there are 3 different colors. Shop HQ brought it down to $54.99. That's 89% off. Now, if you add another watch or buy 2 of these, you can take off then about another $11, which would bring this watch down to about $43. But you have to get that number up to that coupon code. So that would be a great deal. So there are 3 different colors. There's a rose, silver tone. The gold tone is actually sold out. And then there's a rose tone. So here we go here. Another hot timepiece here. So this version is the rose tone version. And so you see there's a beautiful white silicone strap. And notice too, another custom molded strap here, even at this price. No gapping, fits just perfectly on the timepiece. And then there's a little bit of this rope, or sometimes in nautical circumstances, it's called a line. So you say grab the line, that means, go grab the rope for the boat to go tie up. Now the other thing is, you'll see there's another line or rope around the perimeter of the dial there, outside of the hour markers. So you have that theme that just carries along, and a couple little dots on that line also on the inside. Arabic numerals at the quarter hour positions, and then hour markers, stick index markers for the remaining 8 hour markers. So this watch is really little to no maintenance because the movement is operated on a battery. It's a PC21 from Time Module Inc. That's a movement manufacturer that Invicta has been partners with for quite a long time. And so it's a very accurate movement. You do not have to wind up this particular watch at all. And you basically set and forget. There's not even a date window on there. So you don't have to worry about those short dates of the month. Like coming up here, a lot of you that have your watches, and especially those quartz movements that are always running, you have to advance the day 3 days ahead here at the end of the month. And whether you have 3 watches or if you have 1,000 or more watches, it can be quite a daunting task. So what we have here is another flame fusion crystal that's going to be a part of this timepiece. So you have that's going to protect the watch and that dial in terms of both scratch resistance and also impact resistance. And I just like the clean nature of this dial. You see there's a bit of a sunray pattern just as I simply just move back and forth here for the timepiece. And with this watch, you can see Invicta's etched in off the side. This watch is going to fit from about 6.5 inches all the way up to 8 3/4. And so there are, again, 2 different floating keepers. So the keepers will keep that extra strap right in place here for that. And it will look just amazing on that special someone's wrist, whether you're buying it for yourself or you're buying it for that special person in your life. I think this would be a great gift to be able to give. And I'll tell you, it's pretty easy on the pocketbook here too. And then if you add on something else, get that $99 or more, you'll save about another $11 off this timepiece, which is an absolutely amazing deal. All right, Felix said he doesn't want to feel left out. Okay, everybody's kind of joking here a little bit. I didn't quite pick up on everything, but all right, we'll keep on going. Let's see. Mark says those pro divers are faced almost the same. I don't know what that really means. If you want to, you can explain further, Mark. This is the watch you're talking about. So here are the 2 watches here for the women. So they're both technically Angels, but this is more of a pro diver scuba. And then we have an Angel, but they're both considered to be the Angel. The Pro Diver is 40 millimeters, and the first watch, and then this Angel is 38 millimeters. But both the watches really fit within that realm that I've always said for the women, that modern lady size between 38 and 42 millimeters. Right here, 40 millimeters, 38 millimeters. You can see a little bit more of a profile on the Pro Diver design. All right, well, we're going to get into two more watches here. Now, this next watch, I think it can be worn by the women if they want to wear that also, because it's 43 millimeter. And I've always said that 43 millimeter is really that unisex size. So it's another Pro Diver, and that's really, well, I guess not quite the theme, but we have 3 of the 4 watches that are that Pro Diver theme. But here we go, and we have a Pro Diver on a leather strap. Pro Divers rarely come on leather straps. They're either on a bracelet or they might be on a silicone band. Leather is by far the least used option when it comes to a Pro Diver, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Regular price for this watch. Now, this is a quartz version. A lot of the watches are automatics. This one's quartz, so you have the 3 hands and then the date window, which I'll get into. Regular price $395. Shop HQ brought it down 84% to $64.99. $64.99. This is really the design that Invicta relaunched itself back in the 1990s. This is a 43 millimeter. They started out with a 40 millimeter, but it's that same dive style case, same look for the bezel, just a little bit different font for the bezel and a little bit larger at that 43 millimeters. So yeah, down to $64.99. If you want to use this with another watch and get over that $99, you'll take another $13 off. So it would bring this watch down to about 52 bucks. That's pretty nice. Okay, there are 7 different colors. If you're looking at the website, there's a black blue, black brown. There is a brown brown, black black, black dark green, blue blue, and a gunmetal gray, which is unfortunately sold out here just before the show started. So here we go with this genuine leather 43 millimeter Pro Diver, which is 12 millimeters in the overall profile. You can see the nice polish that goes along the case here for the watch and that leather. We have that Flame Fusion crystal, which is going to protect this dial. I just want to put this on my wrist right now and check that out. I've always been partial to Pro Divers. Look at that. That looks really, really sharp. And yes, so 43 millimeters by the case, 12 millimeters in the overall profile, the upgraded crystal, and you get right here, you're getting that date window. So you can see that magnification on the inside for the date a lot easier, especially as, well, I guess we all are getting older every single day. A little bit easier for me to be able to see too. So that's really nice to be able to have. This movement is a PC32A, another widely used movement by Invicta from Time Module Inc. So you get those 3 different hands, hour, minute, and second, along with that date window over that 3 o'clock position. Now, the timepiece is, let's see here. Yep, I just want to double check. It is 200 meters of water resistance. So, I mean, technically, I don't take the leather straps in the water. Invicta does treat the leather for, for water, but me, I would just save my swimming or my water activities with either a bracelet or a silicone strap. You know, the leather, if you get it wet, just let it dry out. It'll be fine. But thing too is I like this leather for a few different reasons. We have the nice contrast stitch, which just really makes that strap pop even that much more on the wrist. And then you have the 2 rivets. And you can see right here, those 2 rivets come through the back. That 22 means that the width right here between the 2 lugs, that's 22 millimeters. And then look at this. Turn it over. What we have here is a genuine calf leather. So you're getting a nice big upgrade and even a softer leather with this genuine calf leather here for the watch. Now, what this watch will fit up to, the wrist size is anywhere from about 6 3/4 up to about 8 3/4. And let me just double check that really quick. I'll put the watch on my wrist and I'll just measure it on the scale. Let's see. Oh, is Vic here? Magnum Vic is here again. Yep, 6 3/4 fits my wrist perfectly. I'm thinking though that this is longer than 2 inches. I'm thinking maybe it'll fit up to that 9 inch. Let me just double check on my bracelet measure here. Now this watch actually has two keepers, but you have a stationary keeper. Now sometimes you'll have a stationary keeper that's built into that silicone or to the leather, which it is right here. And then you have what's called a floating keeper. So right now, this watch here, I have it on the last notch. I said 8 3/4. Yeah, I mean, Tony White might be able to wear this. It's really close to that 9-inch. 8 3/4 for sure. 9-inch might be a little bit snug. But no matter what size your wrist, you get that watch on. This is going to look amazing. And I think it would look great casual. I think it would look really nice as a dress-up timepiece too. All for that price of, what, 64? Yeah, $64.99, 65 bucks. Great deal for that watch. Actually, I'm going to put this on my other wrist while I present the last timepiece. Okay. Grab something here. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. That black looks pretty sharp, says Rick and Lisa. I agree. Okay. So, yeah, you know what? I have a question. Is if you wear a watch and you have it on a bracelet, you wear it on your whatever hand you wear it on. If you wear it on the other wrist, does it feel different or weird? Are your wrists different sizes? Mine definitely are. I think my right wrist, which is my dominant hand, is just a little bit larger. It's just a little bit, this watch is just a little bit more snug on my wrist when I have it on. So yeah, Invicta Claws says definitely can be worn dressed up or casually. All right, final watch. So this is going to be very similar to, yeah, Rick and Lisa says absolutely. So this watch is going to be the Pro Diver Scuba. And so it's really the same as the other watch from before, 40 millimeters. So here's a difference between 40 millimeters and 50 millimeters. You can see pretty, oh, here, I'll put them all. There we go, depth of field. That's a dramatic difference. So that's 10 millimeters or not even half-inch difference. So this is a 50 millimeter Pro Diver Scuba, and it says a little bit of a turquoise dial. Now I'm looking at it and it's got a little pop of turquoise, not quite. It's a little bit of a different blue. It's definitely not the Invicta blue, which has a little purple undertone, but it does have just a little bit lighter undertone out there. Turquoise might be a little bit pushing it. If you're looking for a perfect turquoise, this wouldn't be it, in my opinion. Now, it looks a little bit different on the website too, in my opinion. I'm just telling you guys the facts straight up. So, but the thing is, you cannot lose with this timepiece. So, $795 is the MSRP on the timepiece. Shop HQ brought it down, what, 86% down to $114.99. Now this watch qualifies. So if you want to add this watch and you wanted to have the other Pro Diver Scuba here, this one was well under that $99 mark. You get 20% off both by using that coupon code FEB, F-E-B-W-E-D for Wednesday, FEBWED20. All right, well, let's go through this timepiece here. And this is the only color option that's available here for this particular SKU. So we're looking at the 50 millimeters by, you know what, it's 12 millimeters. It's actually going to be wider. Let me just zero out my calipers and let's look. Yep. So I think on the website it might say 12 millimeters. So let's just look at this here. Every now and then there might be a little data entry that gets a little bit off. So what are we looking at? About 17 millimeters, 16.9 in that Pro Diver Scuba. So that's what we're looking at. So not 12 millimeters, about another 5 millimeters on top of that, 17 millimeters for the overall profile. I love how this watch is drenched in that 18 karat gold, just like the other timepiece that I presented, even with that wave pattern, that double wave pattern on both ends of the strap that go down, played in 18 karat gold, goes along for the screws. Look at the nice high polish off to the side of the watch also. Looks absolutely great. Now Flame Fusion for the crystal on this watch. So you're getting that scratch resistance of a sapphire crystal along with a mineral crystal that is known for that hardness. And on that strap, like all these watches tonight are all in straps. So there's no bracelet for you to adjust. You can just simply put the watch on and you're good to go. Now this watch will fit 6.5 up to about 8.75 inch of a wrist. So a variety of wrist sizes out there. Water resistance is 100 meters, so you're good to be in the water all day long. And what I like about the timepiece here too is look at the dial. So the dial has a little bit of that three-dimensional build. The movement is the VD53 from Time Module Link on the inside. So what you're getting is you're getting your 24-hour scale right here. Then you get your seconds chronograph, and then you have your minutes chronograph over here. So if I press the button right here, you'll see this will start moving. That's your chronograph. And because half the chronograph numbers are moved out, you'll see once this hand moves, there'll be a little bit of a shorter hand that comes around that will get then to the last 30 seconds of the chronograph. So there it is with that little red hand. See that? So that's pointing to, actually it's going to the outer rim. So that's how you measure your seconds. You can hit stop, you can hit reset, and then everything goes back to that 0 mark here for this watch. 24-hour scale, you have your perpetual seconds, which is just going over here, coming right up to that 0 mark right now. But yeah, beautiful timepiece. Again, Invicta's #1 design right here. I have a number of Pro Diver Scubas too. They always look great. Extremely comfortable on the wrist also when it comes to this timepiece. And 50 millimeters, you know, a little bit bigger watch out there. So nothing wrong with that, because you have the case design of the watch, which is flat, and then it curves to hug around the wrist. And then, strap again, custom mold strap, just perfectly fits inside of this timepiece. And you'll be able to see too, just nice little rounded edges, vertical brushed finish, same thing for the elements here. And then the side of the case is just really, really high polished. I think it looks great. And then of course that dial, blue and gold, can never lose in my opinion when it comes to blue and gold in a timepiece. So yeah, that looks amazing. Yeah, Magnum Vic, the date's wrong. And it feels good, doesn't it? Feels really good, I bet. You've been bottling that up for probably a couple of years. I know on Bulldog, Jen Vic tells me that you're always on it, letting everybody know about those dates. Those dates were wrong. So here, let's see. Yep. Okay, here it is, Vic. So let's see. It's the second. So let's see, where is it on? I'm just looking at everything backwards. Right here. So then I can move it. There's the third. There's the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Leave it right there. I do know, Vic, that it's the fourth, but I just put it to the seventh just to mess with you a little extra. It's good to see you here, buddy. Okay, well, the next live stream, actually, 1 second, Harry, what time did we decide on Sunday? I'm just trying to go off of our email. Give me 1 second, because next Sunday is not going to be 7 o'clock Eastern because of the Super Bowl. I think we were talking about, and let me know what time Eastern, Harry. You can type that in on the chat. I'll just wait a second here for it, or else I'll look it up in my email really quick. I'll do that. Give me a second, because I don't want you guys to miss. Let me see, watch, it's Sunday wind up 2/8. And we are going at 3 p.m. Eastern. So we're going 4 hours earlier just because of the Super Bowl. We wanted to go for the East Coast, just sort of that mid-afternoon before everything starts. West Coast, they might be having lunch around that time. So that's when everything is going to be going on. So mark your calendars, different time. Otherwise, we're usually always at 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays and Sundays. So make that a part of your routine. All right, everybody. Well, I will see you on Sunday. Maybe we'll do some predictions here for who we think is going to win the game, the big game. And appreciate each and every one of you being here today. So thank you so much. Stay safe, stay warm, stay happy, and enjoy your timepieces. And check out my social media, The Ryan Code, and also on Instagram and Facebook. Find me at Invicta Ryan. I'll be posting here just right after the show. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, and catch you Sunday.